Great morning, holy brothers and sisters! It is the 5th of Av, which is the Yartzeit of the famous Arizal, who helped Kabbalistically decipher the Zohar, and today's Kitzur Moharan lesson will be called Prevailing Power. As a result of the arrogance of these false leaders of the generation, sexual lust overtakes the world, God forbid. This in turn leads to the intentional wasting of seed, God forbid, which is described by the phrase, his flesh was sealed over, hechtim, because of his discharge, Leviticus 15:3. Since sexual lust is the seal, chotem, of the other side, which is placed upon a person so he will not be able to escape from it. Indeed, it is impossible to escape from it except through the power of the defenders of the generation. These are the tzaddikim and the devout ones of the generation, who are called the defenders of the land. These defenders of the land wage a great war against this sin, and they elevate his flesh was sealed over to the seal of holiness. This seal of holiness corresponds, as it is known, to the tefillin, which embody and manifest the radiance of the mind to know and to make known the presence of God in the world. In turn, a person is imbued with an illumination of the 7 shepherds, which correspond to the 7 heads of the 2-letter shins that are found on the head tefillin. Phylactery. The head tefillin are engraved with 2 images of the letter shin, one with 3 heads and one with 4, corresponding to the 7 shepherds, which embodies and represents the mental powers. For the main rectification of the mind is commensurate with the degree that a person breaks his sexual lust. This means that when sexual thoughts furiously assail a person and he's liable to come, God forbid, to nocturnal emissions, as described by the phrase, his flesh was sealed over, but instead he determinedly prevails to break and to banish these thoughts and to draw holy thoughts upon himself, then he rises from the impure state of his flesh was sealed over to the state of tefillin, which is the seal of holiness and the radiance of the mind, whereby the mind glows and radiates with the knowledge and perception of godliness. Each person must receive from these defenders of the land the power to prevail over sexual thoughts and to transform them into intellects of holiness. Moreover, each person must know that when sexual thoughts furiously assail him and he fights back valiantly against them, flees from them, and breaks them, he thereby effects a tremendous rectification. He thereby elevates the holiness from amidst the forces of impurity, and he elicits the holiness of the tefillin, which is the radiance of the mind, to know and to make known God's presence in the world. The more and more that these thoughts attempt to overpower him when he prevails against their mighty onslaught to break them, the greater a rectification associated with the tefillin is effected. The whole reason why evil foreign thoughts and notions like these are sent to a person in the first place is precisely in order that they should be transformed, and that precisely through them a rectification associated with the tefillin should be effected. Everything that we have and experience is sent to us directly from Hashem and for the purpose of helping us and healing us. Transcending test transforms total toxicity to true tzaddikim. So thank Hashem for everything in our lives and use all our thoughts, speech, and actions to fuel our growth, strengthen our fortitude, and come closer to our caring Creator. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.